So as I'm making my turn, I like to make a nice long sweeping turn and then point it right at me, start backing off throttle, watching how she's gliding in, giving a little elevator right there, little throttle, push.
Pulling into the shop. Yep, I've got the FMS Cessna 182, 1.5 meter wingspan. I've had this plane for well over a year and a half, and I've had countless flights on it. I've got a lot of planes, and so I'm very particular now about what planes stay in my hangar, what planes go. And this one has been there since, the beginning, when I started getting planes from FMS. And I've kept it, and there's many reasons. One is because it's a good looking plane, and when I'm making instructional videos on landing or setting up CG or whatever might be, whatever the topic might be, this plane, because it looks great, it flies great, it's staying in the hangar. There's a couple other things that I just want to highlight. The fact that I could transport this super easy. Wings pop off, no screws, nothing to mess with. So it can travel to the field real easily with multiple planes. The other is it takes a 4S 2200. I get great flight times out of that. And that's like my go-to. Everybody has like dozens of those batteries. So if I'm trying to figure out what am I going to fly today, I'll charge up a bunch of 4S batteries, 4S 2200s, and then grab a couple planes. And this one usually ends up in that group. The other thing is this thing flies in all kinds of weather. If I'm flying on a windy day, calm day, nice cool day, this plane's going. But also with the added floats, which I highly recommend you get, now I'm flying off snow, I'm flying off water, and this plane just performs flawlessly in those areas. This is my go-to for those days where I do want to have lazy scale flying. And with added flaps and the stability, because this thing will fly so slow, it doesn't bite you from a trainer perspective. And it has those flaps. And they're very effective, work fantastic. So kind of an all-around plane, and it just looks great. So it deserves a place in my hangar forever, if possible. So in this video, what I'm going to do is go over setting it up, highlight some of the areas, some of the things I did make changes to, and then we're going to go into a fun flight, just showing just why this plane continues to stay in my hangar. So hope you stick around for that. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you're interested in this plane, obviously there's going to be a link in the description below, which will take you to the FMS website. And there's a 10% discount code. You can get this plane, I think right now in December, I think it's on sale. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Take care. All right, let's set it up. Field assembly, pretty simple. Pop off the top, and I keep my struts and pieces and parts inside. Pretty simple. I'm going to slide in our wing spar, and we're going to slide those wings on. Let me go get them. Got the wing here, and I want you to take a look at this. So we have the quick connect, spar goes in there, and we have underneath these little clips that push down and lock the wing in place. No tools required. Very slick. I've had this, as I said, for more than a year and a half, flown it a lot, and everything has held up well. So let me show you how this slides in there. Slides in, firmly get that in there, and then underneath, we have these little tabs. Press down. Hard for me to do this while standing up here, but we're going to show it best we can. Click, in place, and we're good. So that wing's in place, but we still have a wing strut here that goes in place. And you'll notice it says left or right wing in this particular case. And this, I don't know if I can show this very well in this angle here, but this goes right here. into the fuselage, into the wing, and then this part slides in place, it keys into place and pushes back. That's it. All done. That wing is ready to go. One major reason why I love taking this plane to the field, because it's so simple to set up. Over time, this plane really, from this this piece right here, the details and such, it still looks pretty good. Don't have a lot of wear and tear. Now on the side here it does. Got a little wear and tear there, not as bad on this side. Not sure how I'm wearing that out, but oh well, so I am. Wheel wise, the strut's still working good. These are foam tires that I replaced the hard plastic ones because they sound really bad. And then here are actually kind of low bounce plastic or rubbery, but they're hollow. I have those down here. And they've held up fantastic. Haven't had any issues. The prop, haven't dung the prop in the ground or anything. Obviously that'll break it, but for the most part, prop's done well. I haven't changed anything on the plane other than the wheels, and it's been a solid performer. This morning I'm going to show and tell the FMS Cessna 182 gray flying plane. Has a 4S 2200 in it. Enjoy. Cold morning here at Booter Park.
Takeoff flaps.
Haven't flown my Cessna in a while. Beautiful day to do that. Beautiful morning. Just got to touch a flap just because it's fun to fly. A little flap because it flies real slow. Bring it right down the runway. Sun's just coming up. God, how much fun this plane was to fly. And it's just such an easy flyer. You can just cruise around for a long time. Got a Lemon RX receiver, 7-channel with stabilization. Doesn't really need it, but bring it in for a touch and go. Base final. We're coming around. Getting back off throttle just a hair. Get her to get into that slight descent. Throttle back up gently, and she's up. Do that again. Let's get it landing a little closer. Backing off throttle, just modulating that throttle. I've got a good line. Such a wonderful plane. If you like these scale looking civilian planes, this is one of the better ones out there. I think it just flies really well.
Landing flaps.
Gonna throw a little full flap in there. Do some slow flybys. She flies really stable at slow speeds. Nothing to really bite you.
Takeoff flaps. Flaps up.
And if you want, she will do some aerobatics. It's all around really super plane. It's a pretty plane, and the nose gear, you try to take off from really thick grass or you bash it on the runway, it is not going to be happy. So make sure before you get this plane that you have a grasp of good landings.
20 seconds.
My timer says I have 20 seconds. Let me see what my battery says.
Flight pack 14.4 volts.
14.4 volts.
Time expired.
I'm gonna bring her in.
Landing flaps.
Gonna go full flap, make our turn. Cut back on throttle a little bit. More cutting back. I got some speed. Bring that nose up. Super plane. Beautiful morning with the fly it with the lights. Don't know if you can see it because I have my exposure up a little bit because it's kind of dim. Sun hadn't come up yet. Great plane, FMS.
Flaps up. Motor off.